Hello, beautiful soul. Thank you so much for being here today for this message for you. And I'm really excited to share some things that I heard before I started filming and all that stuff. So, of course, I need your permission to please access your energy, and that way I could give the best messages for you. So, if you could please send your energy into this video, that way I can get the messages you need. So first, we'll take a moment and clear the energy from anything that is bothering us, anything that is blocking us. So we're going to clear that. And then again, this message is for you at this time. This is what you need to hear. And already before I was filming, I heard that you are a psychic. You do have psychic gifts, and they're waiting for you to bring them out. So I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people do have psychic gifts, but we fight them a lot because society wants to make us believe that we're crazy and we don't know what we're talking about. But yeah, this is your message that these are gifts that you're meant to bring out in this lifetime. So these are things that you might be drawn towards. Obviously you're attracted to these readings, but you might be thinking about maybe getting your own deck of cards, or kind of curious, like it keeps coming up for you. So that's a sign that you're meant to follow it. Now, when you have these gifts and the whole purpose is to use them for good. So there's a lot of stigma and a lot of fear around card reading, around a lot of things like that, because people think that it's evil and this and that. So there's a few people out there that will use their gifts for manipulation. So that's why it's very important to know when I'm saying anything, anybody's saying anything through a reading, that you have to check in with yourself and feel if it feels aligned for you, feel if it resonates for you. Do not be influenced by anybody. Don't let them tell you who you are or you're not. Don't let them manipulate you in any way. So, while the whole purpose of getting readings and hearing stuff is you listen to them and see what kind of fits, what kind of makes you stop and think like, oh, well, I do kind of do that, or, it feels right, it'll resonate. But yeah, so you may want to develop these gifts, but of course, like a lot of us, we were scared to come out because of could be the stigma around it. So, family might have an idea of it or whatever, or just people might, bring you down or, judge you for it. And like I said, maybe think it's bad, but you will use your powers for good. You will, be strong and know that you're doing something to help others, awaken also or come into their power also. So, I'm a believer, heavy believer in karma. So if you use your gifts in a bad way to manipulate anybody, then it will just come back to you and you'll stay stuck. You won't get any manifestations. So I believe that you will use it for good, and things are just changing in the world right now. People are becoming more aware that they have access to this internal knowledge within, that we don't need to keep searching outside of us for fulfillment and answers. So I think there's definitely a shift going on, and a lot of people that are marketing and selling, the big corporations, I'm sure they're panicking right now because they are basically just trying to manipulate people so they buy their product. So they're keeping us stuck in this loop of having to search outside of us for fulfillment, how to keep us, in their loop. So just don't fall for that. Don't be influenced by others. And of course, anybody can get manipulated out there. So it's just best to follow your instincts, and follow what feels right for you. So even what I'm saying right now here, it may not resonate at all with you. So that's how you know maybe this message isn't for you. And, there's tons of other people giving messages that maybe will resonate for you. But I'm hoping you feel, something that, brings out something inside of you that makes you grow and evolve. And, sometimes it takes another person to bring out something inside of you for you to see it, for you to work on it. So I know that I've been doing readings for myself for about 2 years now. And I watch tons of tarot, videos online too. And I mostly do it online. I watch them online, even though I could read them for myself, is because I like how different readers will bring out different things inside of me that I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't really see that. I kind of hid that. We kind of hide stuff in our shadow parts of ourselves because maybe we're not ready to deal with it. We don't want to see it. So sometimes it's, just easier when somebody else brings it out, and then we could kind of confront it that way. And then, of course, it's our choice if we want to face it or not, or if we're not ready. But yeah, I watch a lot of tarot readings online, and I mostly do it too because I'm too lazy to pull out my own cards and do my own reading sometimes. So it's just very convenient. And I'm just so thankful that the community of tarot readers are looking to help humanity. They're looking to help people evolve. You can tell how much they care about others. They're not asking, for anything. They're not, filling your head with other things. They're not trying to manipulate anybody. So, yeah, I think that stigma is going to be going away real soon because this is just the facts usually that we need to hear. These aren't things that are to bring us down or to make us feel like we're cursed or whatever. But you are protected. You only you have the power to believe anything you want to believe. So if you could please, like I said, put your energy into this video, and, like you're here with me now, as this message is for you. So I'll start with some cards and get a little bit of messages with these. Please put your energy into these cards and think of something you'd like to hear. Also, let me start with a tarot card. I want to get an answer on who I am reading for. Who is this what's this overarching personality that I'm reading for? That way we could best help them. So this message is for you. This is what you need to hear. Please, one card for who am I doing this reading for? Okay, the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So, you're going against the flow. So you, like I was talking about, you may be thinking about breaking out of your normal idea of, what's accepted and what's not accepted. So it looks like you're going to be changing, you know, you're going to be changing a lot of things in your life. You're maybe going to be more authentic of who you are, and just more confident about who you are. Your fate is changing. Your luck is changing. Yeah, so the wheel is turning. The wheel is moving on. So you may be exiting a certain part in your life, a certain self that you're leaving behind, a certain identity that you're leaving behind, and coming into a new identity. Okay, that's what I could hear for that. That's who I am reading for. This message is for you. Somebody going into a new phase of their life. Like I said, something more authentic. We could get a oracle card to give us more messages on this, please. So please put your energy into this video. That way this message tells you what you need to hear. Ooh, beautiful card. So we have Alliance. So really pretty. So what I'm seeing is a woman looking at, the four compasses, the four north, east, west, south. And it looks like you may be thinking about which way to go, which way is the best way for you. Yeah, it looks like you might be just contemplating. It doesn't look like you're in a rush at all. So you're just thinking about what is the right way to go right now. So, like I said, you're making a change in your life, and you want to know which way to go. So, of course, as already know, is that in order to find that answer that's best for you, you need to go within yourself. It's it's very hard for somebody else to give you that answer. You have to give that to yourself, and you're gonna, do it however you like to talk to yourself through meditation. Um, Talk to your spirit guides, talk to God, talk to the universe, whoever you need to talk to. Go within, have a silent moment, ask your question. Maybe you're going to get a few opportunities that will come in, and you obviously are going to want to pick, the best opportunity. But it looks like you have to kind of take a moment and think about these opportunities before acting on them. So taking that time with yourself and asking yourself, is this the right fit? And then also you're going to feel it inside of you. You're going to feel which way to go. You're going to always your first, instinct, that's what you want to go with. So, and then I will read from the Oracle book and see what the meaning is saying in here and see if that resonates for you too. See. So reaching out to different people in different parts of, like, maybe you go to school, so, or different teachers, people with different views. So it looks like you are needing to expand who you talk to, and that way an alliance can be formed. You might meet a new friend, or they just might expand your viewpoint on things. So you're needing to get around some new people. So the people that you're around, they may be in that same, small-minded thinking, and you are thinking about bigger things. You're thinking about, what to do with your gifts, your psychic gifts. So maybe talk to people that are psychics, obviously, and get maybe their viewpoints on stuff. There's tons of different events everywhere. I had one in my city, and I got to talk to different psychics and kind of get their viewpoint on stuff and, like, get their advice on stuff. So, yeah, you definitely want to get around the right people. The people that are in the smaller minded thing, they're gonna hold you back. So it's good to, get out there and meet new people that are more in line what you want. Okay. So I hope you find your alliance. I hope you branch out and know that you are not alone. There is so many people out there in the same exact boat as you who are exploring more and following their instincts on what you're truly here for on this earth at this time. Okay. And then I'll do another oracle card from the, which deck is this? Work Your Light deck. And that first oracle card was from Sacred Earth Oracle. Such beautiful artwork, beautiful cards. So please put your energy into these cards. May I get this message for you that you need to hear? Whatever you need to hear right now. Okay, so 2 cards came out. The first one is boundaries. So you definitely need to put up some boundaries in your life. So I don't know if it's with family or friends, but somebody who's close to you. So people might lean on you for a lot of stuff, and they always have because you're so nice and so kind. So it's very important that you set boundaries. So by you setting your boundaries, you're actually inspiring others to set boundaries also. You're also showing your value. So when you're so accessible and you'll do anything for anybody, they unfortunately will start to not value you. So you have to do this for yourself. You have to do this for others. By you setting boundaries too is allowing, it's going to help others by you making them kind of find the solution, making them look within and get help from their self, because most times they get help their self. It just, you're so nice and they know you'll do it. So yeah, stop letting people drain you because you need your energy. You got these gifts that you need to bring into the world. You have these gifts you have to practice, that you have to explore. I mean, you have your whole life to live. That's what I'm feeling like. You have a long, long life ahead of you, and these boundaries are going to help you for the rest of your life. So, adding value to your time, to your energy, you really want to protect those areas, because people will just continue to drain you. So there's a very nice way to go about it. Just say, I'm sorry, I'm doing something else. I have plans, or whatever you need to say. I don't have the energy to do that. I know I come from a family that's very close and we do a lot for each other, but I've noticed how much, so me changing and me putting myself first more and more. At first, it was just, you know, it was very unusual for them to see. So they couldn't believe, I was putting myself before them. It just seems so selfish. Where I come from, for so selfish for a woman to do that, because a woman is supposed to put everything down and do everything for their family. But like I said, you have to do this for yourself. You have to. Your life will go nowhere if you continue to put others before yourself. You have to fill your cup, or else you cannot help anybody else. You're not really helping them. You're not really giving them the best out of you, anyways. So nobody wins. So in order for you, if I know you care about people and I know you love people and you want to help people, but in order for you to help people the best is by loving yourself first. So building yourself up, and of course, still making time for people, but instead of spending 3-4 hours plus with people, spend maybe 1 or 2 hours, but have a lot of time for yourself, for building yourself up and exploring more about yourself. And then second card I have is align your life. So there's something, what is not aligned or needs to change. So what is not lining up for this new life that you want to bring in? Is it the people? The people that you're hanging around with, are they not, the best version of yourself? Because they, unfortunately, if people aren't changing or a representation of who you want to be, they will just hold you back. So, you know, everything that you do and you put energy in, you're basically telling the universe, you're telling God that this is what you want more of. So say you're getting, you're in unfulfilling relationships and it's one-sided. but you keep putting more energy, hoping maybe it will change. But it looks like, yeah, it's definitely not going to change. So you need to communicate clearly to the universe on what you want. So just doing more things that you're passionate about that gives you energy. So you could always tell too if after you do something or spend time with somebody, does it give you energy? Does it make you happy, or do you feel drained and just like a lot of unfulfilling jobs that a lot of us are in, a lot of, you might be in. Is it something that you have no passion for and that doesn't align with your highest good? So it doesn't hurt to look for other jobs or think about, going back to school or something. So let me read from the book and see if there's anything else for you. But yeah, I hope this message is resonating for you and you're feeling like it's bringing something out that you needed to hear. Like I said, these messages aren't to influence you and make you think a certain way. This message is to bring something out that was inside of you that you just need to see at this time, that you need to face at this time and work through. Because I want you to be the best version of yourself. I want you to follow all your dreams and obviously not have any regrets for living a life that you knew you weren't being authentic. You knew, oh, I'd rather be doing, this something I'm, actually passionate about. So I hope you feel something. Okay, boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? So you need clearer boundaries. So standing up for yourself and telling people no. Um, I've learned that it was so hard for me to say no before, and I now it's way easier. So it just takes practice, because at first it's going to feel really weird because you've never done it in your whole life, just like anything that you try or you start. So just keep practicing saying no. Get comfortable with it. You're not being mean as long as you don't say it, in a rude way. And it's all your tone. So your tone has so much to do with it. So just saying no nicely. Don't seem like you're blowing them off, but remember that you are the owner of your time. You have the right to say no to anything you don't want to do, anybody you don't want to be around. So, if you have the choice not to be around them or not to do certain things. Now, I'm not saying, don't be like rude to people. If somebody is over there, helping you out a bunch and doing all these nice things for you, and then when they ask for help, you say no. I'm not saying that. So you, of course, want to return favors and, be nice, but just these one-sided relationships that you might be in, or you do so much for this person, you might be always reaching out and thinking of something you guys could go do, or like go, wherever you guys go or whatever you guys do, and that person really doesn't give you much back, then it's time for you to set up boundaries. Or somebody is just draining you of your energy and asking you to do so much. So just being firm and saying no, because your energy will be drained. So yeah, having clear boundaries on like what you feel like doing and what you don't feel like doing. So this requires you to get to know yourself. If you don't like people to set up last minute plans for you, explain that to them. I'm sorry, I really don't like to do things last minute. So can you, next time when you reach out to me, can you give me like a heads up? And that way I'm better prepared for that. Let's see here, align your life. See if there's more here for you. 34. So yeah, these cycles of growth. So it goes back into cycles from the Wheel of Fortune. So you're just changing right now, and it's okay for you to change. It's okay for your interests to change. It's okay for you to change the things you like to do, to change who you want to be around. it's always okay to change. Remember, you are the boss of your time. You are totally entitled to what you want to do and how you want to spend your time here on earth. And if something doesn't feel right anymore and you're just changing, it's okay to cut that out of your life and start to distance yourself from that. But yeah, these things just require you to get to know yourself more and spending time with yourself more. But these are the messages today. I really hope that you feel something from them, that you felt like they could help you move on to this next phase in your life and get you evolved and get you into growing into your highest power, into your highest good. So yes, thank you so much for the messages, Spirit, and I hope you have a beautiful day. And thank you so much for spending your time with me.